I'm Stephen Foskett from Tech Field Day. We are here in San Francisco for Intel Cloud Day, and we're talking to some of Intel's partners about the announcements that they've made today. Now, I'm very, very excited to be here. Jim Ganthier is from Dell, and Tech Field Day actually went to Austin in February. We visited the Engineered Solutions and Cloud Platform Lab in Austin, Round Rock.
Yep.
And we were able to see a lot of what you guys are doing around high-performance computing, but also, cloud.
Right.
And, I think that the announcements that Intel made with these new Xeon E5 V4 processors, that really goes right to what you guys are doing, right?
It is absolutely aligned with what we're doing. So one of the things at Dell and with Intel that we're both passionate about is making hybrid cloud available to all.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, we started by telling folks, even way last year, the world was going to hybrid cloud. And you heard Diane say that today. But when we think about what was actually stopping or slowing or being impediments, we found a couple of very clear things. We found out it was about cost. We found out that it was about time. We found out it was about complexity. And by the way, you can't just stand something up. As we well know, one of the beautiful things about cloud is it really is about agility and flexibility. You have to do that across from a life cycle perspective. So what our engineers did is they said, okay, how can we partner with Intel and others such as Microsoft, VMware, to truly make cloud something that's easy, seamless, and very easy to both stand up and, by the way, make it future ready.
Yeah. And we saw that in Round Rock when we were out there. We saw the Microsoft Cloud Platform Server and the Azure Stack.
Yeah.
We saw the work that you guys are doing with VMware on Engineered Solutions. We even saw those amazing data center in a box that you've got there. It seems like you really are focused not just on delivering servers, but delivering a whole stack.
That's correct. I mean, one of the things at Dell that we've always been passionate about, and it starts from Michael all the way back in his dorm room, is really enabling customers to be successful. You'll hear us say loud and clear, we're really focused on customer outcomes. So when you think about what customers are trying to do, the old days of where they would buy a lot of components and spend multiple weeks and go through what I call iterative engineering.
Yep.
Right now, the move is on to actually go very quickly, very cost effectively to solutions. And what you saw were solutions. They range from components that people can put together all the way to full rack and stack assembled, ready to go Dell hybrid cloud systems, or in some cases, entire data centers in a platform.
Yeah. Literally rack and ready to go, because you guys delivered the rack, right?
That's correct. You heard Intel talk about today, one of the success metrics is you have to be able to stand up a cloud in less than a day. Well, in our particular case, and we've actually now shown it publicly many times, we can go from crate to cloud in less than 3 hours.
Yeah.
And by the way, if a customer wants to also have backup and in essence put a lot of the things in the cloud, we can have them up and running in less than 5 hours.
Yeah. And that's that's one thing that as a Microsoft follower like me, I've been excited to see Microsoft bringing Azure to customers.
That's
and
correct.
You guys were, I think you might have been first
We were
to
first.
allowing customers to have Azure, and now with Azure Stack, I think that's really going to take off.
Yeah, so the one thing you'll hear at Dell often is we love the terms best, only, fastest, first when it comes to our solution. So in the case of what we both call CPS Premium, think of it as an enterprise grade, thousands of VMs, sits in your data center, hybrid cloud solution. We launched that a year ahead of anybody else. And as a matter of fact, I don't think there's anybody that's even remotely close to what we've done. But one thing that we share with Microsoft and Intel, we're both passionate about delivering hybrid clouds that are easy to deploy. So we jointly created something called the Dell Hybrid Cloud System. And in essence, that's one where customers can have on-prem and they have the ability to go to Azure and move things seamlessly back and forth. One of the things that was really nice about Dell World is we actually announced it, or I should say Michael Dell and Satya Nadella announced it. But when folks came down to the floor, they could see that their on-prem Azure experience was extremely consistent with their off-prem public experience.
Yeah.
The other thing that we did that was dramatically different is folks don't talk about downtime. So one of the go-tos that our engineers co-collaborated on, co-invented, was the fact that even for updates, back to that lifecycle piece, we can do them non-disruptively. So they happen in the background. So again, Intel, Dell, and Microsoft partnering to make hybrid cloud a reality.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I think that's why, this is Intel Cloud Day and not, Intel CPU Launch Day.
Correct.
Because they're really focused on, working with partners like you to deliver this to customers and get it out there and allow people to build their own their own cloud.
No, you're dead on. And in the past, yes, we want to talk about the components, and I loved how Lisa held up all of the components that go in. But what you heard loud and clear also was how we're going to go do this from a solutions perspective, how we're going to not just do it at a product, but more importantly from an ecosystem.
Yeah.
Whether it's all of the folks that we're putting together for software, hardware, even support and services, all of that is part of the reason why you see all this excitement and all this buzz today at Cloud for All Day.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, thank you very much. It's great to talk to you. Again, I'm Stephen Foskett from Tech Field Day. If you'd like to learn more about what Dell is doing, just search in your favorite search engine for Tech Field Day and Dell. There are literally dozens of videos with Dell folks talking to the Tech Field Day delegates about all sorts of stuff from servers to storage to applications, and along with a bunch of other companies as well. So thank you very much. From me, Stephen Foskett, and Jim Ganthier, thank you for
very
joining
much.
us.
Thanks very much.